Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, we've had some kind of interesting weather in the last few days. We had a cold front come through here, and it's been really cold for the last few days. And I kind of documented some of the fun stuff that's happened, and I want to show you some of that, but I also want to show you this. First off, you remember I showed you kind of how my tomatoes were doing. Well, they've actually done really well. And the jalapenos are starting to pop a little bit too. And now since they've all kind of gotten to the point where they're a little bit larger than the greenhouse lid that went with them, I've actually moved them into another location. They're actually occupying the cat's room a little bit right now because it says at this stage what you want to do is you want to give them some sun. And since the only window that I have that really gets any real sun during the day here is in the cat room, the cats have kind of sort of had to give up their sunning spot a little bit, or at least half of it. So I kind of built this little netting thing here, so we could share the room with the cats without the cats getting in here and eating these little seedlings. Because I know that's what would happen if the cats had their chance. They'd come in here and they'd eat all these. So I built this little thing, and it's just basically a little bit of this chicken wire here. And it basically will allow it to share the spot with the cats without the cats eating all these seedlings. So these things are doing pretty good, and we're going to see what happens now over the next few weeks. But I left this side open because I figured there wasn't much of a likelihood that the cats would try and get in here from this side. They're a little bit too old now to be making the jump from the ground to like 5 feet off the ground where this thing is. So it allows me easy access to it. It allows the cats to have their sunning spot here, because this is one of their favorite places to kind of take naps in the morning when it's nice and sunny out. And we'll see what happens with our little seedlings now. Yeah, it's currently like 19 degrees out right now, so it's really, really cold. In fact, we supposedly have some snow coming in tonight, but like I said, it's been this way for a couple days. It actually started about Thursday when the cold front really hit us. In fact, I've got a picture of my car at work that night when I came out. It was really cold all day, and we had like freezing rain and sleet throughout the day. And yeah, this is what my car looked like on that day. So it took me about 30-45 minutes before I could even thaw my car out enough where I could drive it. But I did manage to get home safe. It was really, really slick and really, really cold on the way home, and it was a really scary drive. So I did make it home safe, but it resulted in kind of a few other cool things. Check this out. Yeah, that's right. We got icicles hanging off of the patio cover right now. That's kind of cool. Don't get a lot of that in California. But like I said, it's about 19 degrees out right now, and this is kind of what my yard looks like. This isn't snow. This is actually just frost from when it rained the other day, when we had the freezing rain. And you check out what the palm trees. Remember how we did that just a few days ago? That's all frozen over right now. Palm trees seem to be holding up well to it, but it's probably because it's underneath these trees here, and they're doing okay. But yeah, this is kind of what's going on out here right now. And I wanted to get out here and get a little bit of this right now because it's supposed to start snowing anytime now. So hopefully we'll get a little footage of that too. Now, just a few days ago, I looked at the temperature in the pool here. And, that was back when it was like in the 50s and 60s during the day. And I noticed the pool was getting up above 60 degrees. But now that we've had a whole bunch of days where it's been less than 20 degrees, I was looking at the pool temperature again today. It's now below 40 degrees in this thing. Definitely don't want to go swimming right now. That is cold. Probably also a good thing that I haven't put anything in the ground in our elevated planter here, because yeah, that's what that looks like now. That's all frozen solid too. But I told you before, part of the reason I came from California to Texas is I wanted a little bit of different weather out here, and well, this definitely qualifies. This cold streak is supposed to last for another few days. It's supposed to actually start warming up about Thursday or Friday. Right now it's Sunday, and So we got a few more days of this. But yeah, really, really cold right now. In fact, I'm already to the point where I'm going to probably want to go in pretty soon here. I think I actually see some snowflakes coming in, although it might just be ice coming off of the trees because it's really windy also right now. Probably can hear that. Oh man, check that. I didn't even notice that. We got little bits of, the pool is actually freezing over on the surface. See that? That's actually ice right there. That's how cold it is right now. The pool is actually in the process of freezing. That's insane. So while it's 40 degrees, it might actually be colder because maybe that thermometer I have just can't go that far down. But yeah, there is definitely, that is ice forming on the surface of the pool. I don't know, we might be doing some ice skating before too long. What do you think? Alright, it's a couple hours later and it's about 17 degrees now and it has actually started to snow again. So let's see how long this goes. This is going to be another winter wonderland, I suspect. It's definitely cold enough. I was just out at the pool a minute ago. A lot more of it's starting to not actually freeze over but become really slushy. So I don't know, we're going to see what happens. Alright, so it's the next morning now, and this is the snow we got dropped on us last night. Doesn't actually look like a lot, but it actually covered better than the storm that dropped about 4 inches on us about a month ago. I think what was going on here is that last storm was just, the snow was just coming down very gently, but this was what they call a blizzard, and in the blizzard, the snow blows everywhere, and so in areas where you wouldn't get a whole lot of snow coverage because the leaves from the tree kind of blocked it, it's everywhere now, and it's hard to even get an estimate how deep it is because it's blowing up against the side of the pool and stuff like that. But we're going to take our first walk out into this and let's see what it looks like out here. I did notice something. I went out and looked at the pool and something extraordinary has happened. I want to show you that. Yeah, I think we got a couple of inches of snow because it's because I'm stepping 2 or 3 inches down. But check this out, the pool froze over solid last night. Can you believe that? And that is a thick slab too. I'm gonna actually go in and get a hammer. I want to break that up a little bit and see how thick it actually is. Alright, so I just sat down to edit this little chunk of video and realized I screwed up when I shot this next scene. Apparently I recorded when I didn't think I was recording and didn't record when I thought I was. So fortunately I shot a couple photographs and I can show you those. And this is what happened when I chipped into the ice. I actually ended up pulling it up and the ice was like 1.5 inches thick. Now that's extraordinary. That blew my mind. It had gotten that thick in the space of like 8 or 10 hours overnight. Because you remember in the last scene I showed you it was just getting a little slushy. And now when I measured it, it was about 1.5 inches thick. That's insane. I was actually looking it up to see how thick it would have to get before I could walk on it, and they say it needs to be about a minimum of 3 inches, but I don't think we're going to get that thick, and even if it did, I ain't going to walk on that thing, no way, no how. But that really is a testament to how cold it is here now. All right, so I think that's all that I have for today. I just kind of wanted to show you what was happening here, and some of the fun stuff that's happened weather-wise in the last few days. I know some of you may say, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. That's too cold. That's too much. I'm loving every minute of this, and this is why I came from California, because this kind of stuff never happened at my house in California. So anyway, I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.